I'm standing in the center of an empty room with a palette of shadows and a brush made of gloom. I'm trying to capture the curve of your face, but the lines keep dissolving into empty space. The canvas is hungry, it's white and it's wide, like the hollowed out feeling I'm carrying inside. I dip into memory, I dip into blue, trying to sketch out the ghost of you. They say that an artist can't find beauty in grief, that the stroke of a pen can bring some small relief. But the more that I draw, the more that I see the jagged edge version of what's left of me. Oh, this is a portrait of pain, painted in teardrops and washed by the rain. It isn't a masterpiece, it's just a mistake, the messy perspective of a heart about to break. There's a smudge on the edge where I reach for your hand, a landscape of salt and a desert of sand. If you look in my eyes, you'll see the same stain I'm living inside, a portrait of pain. The light in the studio is dying away, turning the gold into charcoal and gray. I painted the laughter, but the oil wouldn't dry. Now it's just streaks running down from the night. I used to paint sunsets, I used to paint fire. Now I'm just tracing the ghost of desire. Every pigment is heavy, every texture is raw, a gallery of everything I never saw. This is a portrait of pain, painted in teardrops and washed by the rain. The messy perspective of a heart about to break. There's a smudge on the edge where I reach for your hand, a landscape of salt and a desert of sand. If you look in my eyes, you'll see the same stain I'm living inside, a portrait of pain. Under the weight of a lead-colored sky, let the critics all wonder, let the strangers all stare at the color of gone and the shape of not there. It's a work in progress that'll never be done, a picture of a world that's lost its sun. So I'll lay down the brushes and I'll step away from the mess on the easel and the mess of the day. It's just a portrait of pain. Do you see yourself in the lines, in the cracks, in the dark? Yeah, that's where you are. Just a portrait, just the pain. The ceiling is a map of every crack I've come to know, in this quiet little kingdom where the heavy waters flow. I try to lift my head, but the air is made of lead, and I'm drowning in the ghost of every word we never said. The morning light's a blade that's cutting patterns on the floor. I don't wanna see the world if you're not in it anymore. It's a slow and steady sinking, a descent into the deep, where the only thing that's honest is the way I cannot sleep. They say the water washes clean That rain will bring the spring, but I'm just waiting for the numb that losing you will bring. My chest is like a shipwreck on a dark and lonely shelf, and I'm losing the direction to the version of myself. Oh, I'm living beneath the weight of tears, the salt of the months, the pressure of the years. It's a tide that never breaks, it's a sea that never ends, where the line between the grief and the breathing starts to bend. I'm reaching for the surface, but the blue is all I see, and the memory of your touch is an anchor dragging me. I'm just a heartbeat in the dark, conquered by my fears, living down here beneath the weight of tears. Your picture on the nightstand is a window to a sun that said 1,000 years ago, before the damage was done. I used to breathe so easy, I used to walk so tall, before I let your gravity lead me to the fall. Now every conversation is a struggle for the air, in a room that's getting smaller with the things we didn't share. The pressure in my temples is the rhythm of the rain, recording every second of the suffocating pain. Oh, I'm living beneath the weight of tears, the salt of the months, the pressure of the years. It's a tide that never breaks, it's a sea that never ends, where the line between the grief and the breathing starts to bend. I'm reaching for the surface, but the blue is all I see, and the memory of your touch is an anchor dragging me. I'm just a heartbeat in the dark, conquered by my fears, living down here beneath the weight of tears. It's the heaviest kind of water, it's the thickest kind of grief, when the crying doesn't even bring a moment of relief. It's a liquid wall of silence, it's a cathedral made of glass, watching all the ships of happy people slowly pass. I'm a diver with no oxygen, I'm a bird without a wing, just a hollow broken vessel for the sorrow that you bring. So let the river rise, let the windows start to blur. I'm staying in the wreckage of the person that we were, down here where it's quiet, down here where it's cold, beneath the weight of tears. The story's getting old, just let me sink beneath the weight. I'm standing in the mirror in the middle of the night, looking for the damage in the flickering light. But the skin is still smooth and the bones are all straight. There's no sign of the pressure or the crushing weight. I walk through the office and I join in the tea, but nobody's actually looking at me. They don't see the jagged edges or the deep-seated burn from the bridge that we crossed and the point of no return. If I were bleeding red, they'd reach for a hand, they'd offer a bandage, they'd understand. But how do you mend what the eyes cannot find? The slow motion wreckage of a heart left behind. Oh, I'm covered in invisible scars, mapping the distance to the furthest of stars. It's the white hot memory of your hand in mine, the tectonic shifting of a fault line spine. You can't see the stitches, you can't see the tear, but I'm breathing in ghosts and I'm choking on air. Just a walking disaster under the bars of a life built on invisible scars. The silence is a needle and it's threading through the room, stitching up the shadows in this custom-made gloom. I remember the moment that the glass started to crack. The I don't love you anymore with no way back. It didn't leave a bruise and it didn't leave a mark, but it left me a permanent map of the dark. Now I'm careful with the hugs and I'm guarded with the highs to keep the phantom trauma from the light in my eyes. Oh, I'm covered in invisible scars, mapping the distance to the furthest of stars. It's the white hot memory of your hand in mine, the tectonic shifting of a fault line spine. You can't see the stitches, you can't see the tear, but I'm breathing in ghosts and I'm choking on air. Just a walking disaster under the bars of a life built on invisible scars. Sometimes they itch when the weather gets cold, a story of forever that's already old. And I wonder if you're carrying a couple of them too, little silver reminders of the things we went through. Or did you heal up perfect? Did you heal up clean while I'm still a victim of the in-between? No, you can't see them, but I feel them every time I breathe, every time I try to leave. Invisible scars, deep in the marrow, deep in the dark. You really left your mark, invisible, just like me. Deep, visible, just like me. Past that old shop window on the street where we used to catch our shadows looking sweet. But the glass is cracked and tilted in the frame, and the person looking back don't feel the same. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there, just grabbing at the cold and empty air. I used to know exactly who I was before I lost myself in us. Every piece of me is scattered on the floor. I don't recognize the man, girl I was before. One touch was all it took to let it fall. Now I'm staring at the writing on the wall. In these shattered reflections, I'm seeing double. A life built on light, now buried in rubble. Each jagged edge is a memory of you, cutting through the heart of everything I knew. I try to pick them up, try to make them fit, but there's a hole in the middle where you used to sit. I'm looking at a ghost I can't quite reach, in the shattered reflections of you and me. The bathroom mirror's fogged up from the heat, tracing out your name feels like defeat. There's a splinter in the silver, a line across my face, like a map of every tear I can't erase. They say that breaking glass is 7 years of grief, but forever was a lie and life is brief. I'm tired of the squinting, tired of the glare, of seeing pieces of your ghost everywhere. In these shattered reflections, I'm seeing double. A life built on light, now buried in rubble. Each jagged edge is a memory of you, cutting through the heart of everything I knew. I try to pick them up, try to make them fit, but there's a hole in the middle where you used to sit. I'm looking at a ghost I can't quite reach, in the shattered reflections of you and me. Maybe if I leave them where they lie, the sun will hit the shards and make a sky. Maybe I don't need to be whole again to find out where the healing might begin. But for now, I'm just a million different parts, the messy architecture of a broken heart. Glitter on the carpet, silver in the dark, every little fragment left a mark. Shattered reflections, I'm still looking for the light, and the pieces of the night just shatter. I'm a master of the I'm alright smile. I've been practicing the act for a little while, walking through the grocery store, buying just for one, trying not to notice that the damage has been done. I keep the curtains drawn to keep the ghosts outside, looking for a corner where a memory can hide. But the cracks are getting wider in the porcelain skin, I can't stop the cold from coming in. It's a slow motion crash, it's a silent collapse, like a bridge made of paper and a soul full of gaps. I used to be a fortress, I used to be a stone, but it's hard to stay standing when you're standing alone. Oh, I'm perfecting the art of falling apart, tracing the tectonic lines in my heart. It's the grace of the tumble, the beauty of the break, the rhythmic steady shudder of a soul deep ache. I'm letting the colors bleed into the floor. I don't wanna be fine or okay anymore. There's a strange kind of logic in the middle of the dark, in the delicate art of falling apart. The dinner's getting cold and the wine's gone flat. I'm talking to the shadow where you used to sit at. I've memorized the silence and the way it starts to ring like like a broken piano with a single silver string. I'm unraveling the threads of the life that we made, watching how the brightest of the memories start to fade. It's a messy kind of freedom, it's a heavy kind of light, giving up the battle in the middle of the night. The beauty of the break, the rhythmic steady shudder of a soul deep ache. I'm letting the colors bleed into the floor. I don't wanna be fine or okay anymore. There's a strange kind of logic in the middle of the dark, in the delicate art of falling apart. Once the shattering starts, I don't want it to stop. Watch me go down like a star from the sky. I'm finally learning how to say goodbye. It's a beautiful mess, it's a masterpiece of this, the art of falling apart. I'm an expert now. Just watch me fall, just watch it all break. I'm staring at the hallway where you stood, tracing every shadow like I should. The silence has a weight I never knew. It's heavy with the ghost of me and you. I used to see the world in neon light, but someone dimmed the stars and killed the night. Now every room is hollow, every breath is cold. I'm living in a story left untold. If you ask me what it's like to lose it all, it's the sound of every teardrop as they fall. It isn't black, it isn't white, it's not a single shade. It's the hue of every promise that you made. It's the violet of the bruise upon my soul, the ash and gray of losing all control. Don't tell me time will wash the stain away. This is the color of my pain today. The coffee's getting bitter on the shelf. I'm learning how to whisper to myself. I see your favorite jacket on the chair, and breathing what is left of you in there. It's a deep and hollow blue I can't escape, a jagged lonely edge in every shape. The sunrise used to feel like something new. Now it's just a faded gold that's missing you. If you ask me what it's like to lose it all, it's the sound of every teardrop as they fall. It isn't black, it isn't white, it's not a single shade. It's the hue of every promise that you made. It's the violet of the bruise upon my soul, the ash and gray of losing all control. Don't tell me time will wash the stain away. This is the color of my pain today. It's It's the silver in the rain against the glass, watching all the happy people pass. It's the crimson of a heart that's beat too hard, the winter bed and grass inside the yard. It's every shade I'm never coming back, painting every memory into black. So I'll sit here in the dark and let it bleed, giving this heartbreak everything it needs. Just a canvas full of cracks and shades of gray. That's the color of my pain. That's the color of my pain. Just a faded shade of you. I'm sitting in the kitchen as the daylight starts to bend, watching how the shadows stretch and reach for the end. I reached to tell a story, then I caught myself mid-breath, realizing that the punchline has been quieted to death. There's a ringing in the hallways where the music used to be, back when you were everything and us was more than me. Now the air is getting thinner and the walls are closing in on the ghost of every places that we've been. I can almost hear you breathing in the space across the hall. I can almost see your shadow dancing briefly on the wall, but it's just the wind crying through the cracks in the door, reminding me that you don't live here anymore. And I'm chasing the echo of a fading laugh, the ghost of a photograph torn in half. It's the sound of a summer that's turned into stone, the vibration of darling when I'm all alone. It's getting softer, it's slipping away like the light at the very last second of day. I'm holding my breath just to catch a small part of the echo of a fading laugh in my heart. The radio is playing that song you used to hate. I went to change the station, but I let it play for fate, hoping if I listen close I'd hear you moan and groan, and for a split second I wouldn't feel so prone to the weight of the silence, to the cold of the sheet, to the rhythmic lonely pounding of my own heartbeat. But the record keeps spinning and the melody is thin, without your haunting me to let the light back in. And I'm chasing the echo of a fading laugh, the ghost of a photograph torn in half. It's the sound of the summer that's turned into stone, the vibration of darling when I'm all alone. It's getting softer, slipping away like the light at the very last second of day. I'm holding my breath just to catch a small part of the echo of a fading laugh in my heart. Sometimes it's a giggle, sometimes it's a roar, sometimes it's the sound of you walking through the door. But every time I reach for it, the frequency breaks and you hear that? Was it a memory? Or just the rain? The echo of a fading laugh is all that's left of the pain. Softer now, gone, gone. The garden's gone quiet, the colors have bled into the gray of the things that we said. I'm standing alone where the summer was bright, watching the shadows give up to the night. The air has a chill that I can't quite explain, like the sand to the earth right before it starts to rain. I'm holding my breath while the world goes to sleep, in a garden of secrets I promised to keep. I used to believe we were rooted so deep that the promises made were the ones we would keep. But the stem has grown brittle, the roots have gone dry, and I'm just a witness to one last goodbye. As the last petal falls, like a ghost moving slowly through these hollow halls. It isn't a crush and it isn't a scream, it's the quietest end to a beautiful dream. One final shimmer, one moment of red before it joins all the words left unsaid. The winter is coming and gravity calls as I stand in the garden where the last petal falls. I remember the bloom, how it dazzled the eye, back when we thought we could outrun the sky. But time is a thief with a velvet-lined hand, turning our castle of gold into sand. Your touch was the sunlight, your voice was the dew, but the seasons are changed and I'm losing you. Now there's just one left, clinging on to the vine, the very last piece that I still can call mine. And I'm watching as the last kettle falls, like a ghost moving slowly through these hollow halls. It isn't a crash and it isn't a scream, it's the quietest end to a beautiful dream. One final shimmer, one moment of red before it joins all the words left unsaid. The winter is carded and gravity calls as I stand in my garden where the last petal falls. Maybe the frost is a mercy tonight, so bury the longing and put out the light, because watching it wither is harder than death. I'm counting the seconds and holding my breath until there is nothing but dirt and the cold, and a story of us that will never be told. Just the stem, just the end. It goes. The garden's gone quiet. It goes. is this town? Just the end. The gardens. I'm folding your shirts like you're coming home soon, while the sunlight performs a slow dance in the room. The clock on the mantle is counting the dead of the things that we felt and the words we never said. I'm making two plates out of habit and fear, then sitting in silence and wishing you're here. There's no screaming match and there's no slamming door, just the sound of my heart hitting the floor. They say that the grief is a thunderous wave, but it's more like a candle inside of a cave. It's the flickering out of a beautiful thing. It's the winter that follows a ghost of a spring. Oh, this is the quiet desperation of a soul that's forgotten its own destination. It isn't a riot, it isn't a fire, it's the slow dying breath of a broken desire. I'm screaming inside where the world cannot hear, in a vacuum of secrets, and so are the tears. Just a long hollow echo of what used to be, in the quiet desperation of me. The neighbors are laughing, the kids are at play. The world has the nerve to just go on its way, but I'm trapped in the static of almost and white, underneath the vast weight of a colorless sky. I reach for my phone just to tell you a joke, then I remember the promise we broke. So I put it back down and I stare at the wall, waiting for shadows that never will fall. This is the quiet desperation of a soul that's forgotten its own destination. It isn't a riot, it isn't a fire, it's the slow dying breath of a broken desire. I'm screaming inside where the world cannot hear, in a vacuum of secrets, and so are the tears. Just a long hollow echo of what used to be, in the quiet desperation of me. When the only thing breathing is the memory of you. So I'll turn out the lights and I'll climb into bed with a million I love yous I kept in my head. The silence is loud, the silence is cruel, in this quiet desperation I'm still playing the fool. I'm walking the perimeter of used to be, past the rusted swings and the willow tree, where we carved our names in the living bark before the gold turned gray and the light turned dark. The wind is a hollow repeating sound of every dream we buried in the ground. I'm looking for a sign, just a single spark, but I'm stumbling blind in the cold and the dark. There's a signpost leaning in the freezing rain, pointing toward a shortcut to the pain. And I follow the tracks that lead off the map, right into the center of a beautiful trap. Welcome to the valley, the end of the line, where the stars forget how they're supposed to shine. It's the land of the almost, the home of the wide, heavy and a heartless sky. Don't look for rescue, don't look for a sign. I'm crossing the border, I'm drawing the line in the graveyard of promises we couldn't keep. This is where hope goes to die in its sleep. Box is choked with the letters I wrote, each one a heavy stone in a sinking boat. I'm checking the pulse of a memory tonight, but there's no heartbeat left and there's no ghost of light. It's a garden of weeds where the roses once grew, a testament to the destruction of you. And I'm standing guard over nothing at all, just watching the last of the petals fall. Welcome to the valley, the end of the line, where the stars forget how they're supposed to shine. It's the land of the almost, the home of the why, underneath a heavy and a heartless sky. Don't look for rescue, don't look for a sign. I'm crossing the border, I'm drawing the line in the graveyard of promises we couldn't keep. This is where hope goes to die in its sleep. It's not a sudden crash or a violent end. It's the slow, steady break that you just cannot mend. It's the silence that grows like a wall in the room, the scent of a lily in a windowless tomb. It's finally known.